And that's why you're the other Ryan.
For a professional buying and selling experience, click the Utterback Real Estate icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It is brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Rennie Cluver, Executive Director of the Clinton YMCA, in studio with us. Good morning, Rennie. How are you?
Good morning, Seth. Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. How was Grit this morning?
It was good. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
Is it a new one or something?
It is. It's one of them we haven't done for a long time.
Okay.
And I did a special one on Friday, too. And it was a lot of presses, and I had a lot of presses today, and it caught up to me.
Yeah, feeling it.
It's not a bad thing.
Nope, those are good feelings. Good feelings for sure. So, Grit going well, and obviously just continued land fitness classes. I see the schedule is looking very good, and sounds like attendance is remaining strong. I know there's been a little scaling back on what's offered, but people still coming out for what there is to partake in.
Yes, the class schedule is out, and, of course, Survivor's creeping in, and it's always a tough time of the year for people to stay on their health and wellness plan because you've got Christmas parties and shopping, and it's just a hectic time of the year. You add that with it being probably the shortest days that we have coming up, the 21st, and we start gaining a minute or two each day of sunlight. It's just a difficult time of year to stay focused.
For sure. Well, let's talk a little bit, Rennie, just about some of the things coming up at the YMCA, and let's start with Survivor. We're talking health and wellness and fitness, and let's just jump right into Survivor. That starts probably January 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Start January 1st.
January 1st,
Yes.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's January 1st through March 24th, and when you do sign up, there's an option if you want a long sleeve shirt, I guess it's called a crew neck shirt or a hoodie. And the prizes this year, the grand prize, top prize is $500, then $250 second, and $100 cash. And the gist of it, if you haven't done Survivor, is there's two different parts of the program you can sign up for. Level 1, which starts you off with, I believe it's an hour each week of exercise, and it progresses throughout all the way up to 12 weeks where you're doing 6 hours per week. Or you can jump right into the fire. Some of the people that are already working out more than 1 hour a week, some of them are working out 5-6 hours a week on their own now. And so this program, level 2, allows you to do that. There are coupons that you're given. I think level 1 has 6 coupons. So if you miss an hour, you can turn it in for a coupon, and level 2 has 12 coupons. And level 2 is, for someone that enjoys exercise and working out, 6 hours a week is tough, and and so it's a dedicated group of people that do that. And the whole thing about Survivor is it's incentive to try to help you stay focused and give you a reason to get to the gym, to do the group classes, to go to the wellness center, to get in the pool. And at the end of the 12 weeks, if you missed an hour, 2, 3, 4, but still kept at it, it's still incentive for you. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. It's funny. You're talking about the starting low and kind of progressing from there. For a lot of people, that's probably going to work for them. Starting slow. Get 2 hours a week. If you do 2 hours and you're feeling 3, go to 3. If you do 3 and you're feeling 4, do 4.
Yeah.
But maybe starting that lower rung is fine. I'm sitting here thinking about myself, and it's been such a crazy last 6 months for me. And I'm like, I'm just going to go to 6 because that's what I need. I just need something to get me in there every day, every other day, and just keep me on track. You know what I mean? So it's kind of about what works for you individually. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and those people like you that have that as a goal, that is a great goal to have. When I've done Survivor, I've never gone level 2. Now, when I start level 1, it's not like I just do 1 hour a week. I'm already doing more than that. But I will work my way up to 6, and it's difficult for me. and I work there.
You work there. You teach class. You know, you're the epitome of physical fitness in this community, Rennie.
I try to look at my daily routine anyway, just as active as I am with coaching basketball and always up on my feet and moving. And so, I like to try to think, well, I should include that 2-hour basketball practice that I was going up and down the floor and whatever. I also want to point out that for Survivor, for people that I don't want to get discouraged on, gosh, you get halfway through it and like, I can't do 4 hours or 5 hours. Don't stop. I mean, it's really more about quality that you're putting into it than the hour, the quantity, because I know I can work out for 30 minutes and get a workout that's probably better than someone that just goes and sits in the wellness center for an hour and they really only worked out 20 minutes. And so it's really about the time that you're going to be there and doing something with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's that you hit on a couple of things there. I was going to go to next is, you may not, like, if you don't make your goal 1 week, or you see that the time you're allotted to miss, and your name gets crossed off that list, don't stop. Because part of and this is what I wanted to say next, is part of the purpose of Survivor is to create the habits that keep you going. Once March 31 wraps up, or whatever date we end. This is a building the building blocks to the long-term health and wellness in your life.
Exactly. And I wish, and we've talked about this before, I wish I could bottle it up. What motivates me to continue my health and wellness journey, I wish I could bottle it up and sell it to people. And I know I've heard it, I'm sore, and yeah, I'm sore this morning from my workout, but I've gotten to the point where it's a good sore. Like I've done something well, and I'm going to drink plenty of fluids to flush out that acid that's in my muscles. And I'm ready for the next workout.
Well, and let's talk again. Rennie Cluver, Executive Director of the Clinton YMCA, in studio with us here. You come in, maybe somebody comes in January 1, Rennie, and it's the first time they've worked out in 3 weeks or 3 months or, the entire year, and this is the first time they've been back since, January 1 of 2023, and they finish that workout, and the next morning they are just stiff, sore. They can't move their legs, to bend over is a chore. How do you recover from that and get back there either the next day or the day after that, so it doesn't become, well, it's a 3-day layoff because I was so sore, and then, that just kind of throws you off the entire rest of the program?
Great question. And I probably can answer it better now, the older I've gotten, because when I was starting out, younger years, you'd work out, you'd be sore, just get up and do, and can fight through it. Well, it gets harder and harder as you get older. And so what I found, the key to that is plenty of stretching before you work out, after you work out, or maybe the next morning, and plenty of water, because that helps flushes out your system. Your body is trying to get rid of the stuff it needs to get rid of. And so plenty of fluid with drinking water will help with that. But I think the key is stretching. And if it's just 10 minutes, it's going to help you. Yeah.
And water intake is going to loosen up those joints and those muscles and everything as well. Absolutely. Good advice for sure. So Survivor kicks off January 1. What did we not talk about with the program you want to put out there, Rennie? Anything that we didn't touch on?
Well, and it's just, I think it just goes into the whole health and wellness. The exercise is one, I'd say, a small facet of it. If people are doing it as weight loss goals, you got to go back to the basics. It's got to be less calories going in and more calories being burnt. And so, if you start working out, but yet you're keeping your same routine and dieting and not eating as healthy as you should, then you're not going to see the results, and you're going to get discouraged. So I think a good portion of it is to have the double plan. How am I going to change my diet, and how am I going to incorporate exercise to help me get my goals?
Right. Absolutely.
Because without both of them, it'd be tough.
Well, that's one thing I've noticed too in the last, several months, is that I can work out, the 150 minutes a week. And if I go home and I'm eating the same way, drinking the same way that I was, as you put on weight and those sorts of things, you'll feel better probably, at least from a physical standpoint,
Yeah.
but like you may still feel, dragged down, fatigued at times. That diet piece is a huge part of it. So,
and everyone's different. And I'm not a medical doctor. I would go and talk to your physician. Some people out there may not be eating enough, and yet they can't lose weight. Well, it may be something about, we got to kickstart your metabolism. Maybe it's something with your thyroid. Maybe it's something you're not getting enough protein, and your body is accustomed to just going in shutdown mode to preserve what it's got.
protein piece is huge. Yeah, got to get that protein in for sure. Rennie, how do folks get signed up for Survivor? Get details on the program.
You can call the Y anytime that we're open, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to noon on Saturdays, and ask about the program. Get signed up on the phone or go online and find out everything you need to know.
Very good. Rennie Cluver, Executive Director of the Clinton YMCA, our guest in studio. A break here. More to come with Rennie on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Your Farm Bureau membership.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat trading lower. March corn down 3 3/4, 479 1/4. May corn down 3 3/4, 491 1/2. December new crop 509 down 3 1/4. January beans down 3 1/4, 1312 1/2. March beans 1327 3/4 down 3 3/4. November new crop 1274 down 2 1/4. March wheat 620 3/4 down 8 1/2. July wheat 636 3/4 down 7 1/2. January bean meal 406.60 up $1. January bean oil up 37 cents, 50.36. Livestock market, January feeders 223.95 up 305. December live cattle up 87 cents, 169.10. February lean hogs 71.70 down 20 cents. Energy market, January crude oil up 273. 7416. Jim Taylor, RFD, Radio
Chip
Network.
Flory here, the host of AgriTalk, the nation's longest-running agriculture talk show. I'm here to remind our listeners on Central Illinois' agriculture station, WHOW, that you can hear our show weekday mornings from 10 to 11 on WHOW's many platforms. On the Big 1520 across Central Illinois, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, and now on 106.5 FM in Logan County, and on the WHOW app. AgriTalk on WHOW.
For the latest in Central Illinois agricultural news, visit IllinoisFarmRadio.com. Get updated information on markets, weather, ag news, local interviews with NAFB farm broadcaster Jared White, and much, much more. All at IllinoisFarmRadio.com.
Connexus will provide local, reliable, affordable, and speed-of-light fiber internet to Clinton. Get on the install list now by clicking the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. Fiber internet is coming to Clinton. Get on the install list now.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. And again, my guest in studio today, Rennie Cluver, Executive Director of the Clinton YMCA, with us. And Rennie, as we talked this morning, of course, we're coming up on the holidays. Kids get out of school early on Tuesday. That's tomorrow, I guess. And then off until, I think, like January 3rd or 4th or something like that. And then, of course, that means, parents are still going to have to go to work, but kids are going to need a place to go. Tell us how the Y can help.
We've got Y-Zone Extreme, and for all those parents that know the system, they look forward to it every year that we offer that child care all day at the Y. I believe we've started having signups for that so that we can kind of gauge how many kids we're going to have, so we can staff it appropriately and have activities and things supplies that we need for the group that's going to be there. And so I believe it's pretty simple. So we have this week Y-Zone Extreme Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that first week in January. So those are the 6 total days that we have that. I know Melinda, who runs our Y-Zone now, has sent information out to parents, and that will be coming out even more this week. You can call the Y and get the breakdown of the exact days and times, and so that you're prepared for that if you need it. Now, we are asking for parents to sign up, but you don't have to be signed up to do it. I mean, if you woke up and said, "Oh my gosh, forgot I have an appointment," need to send your kid to Y-Zone Extreme, please bring them in. It's just something that's going to help us to kind of get a gauge our numbers.
Sure. Now, when it comes to Y-Zone Extreme there, Rennie, talk to us a little bit about, like, what's the day look like? And I know that it's maybe different each day, but generally, what are the kids doing at Y-Zone Extreme?
Well, I know just generally a summary of what we want you to bring. You need to bring a lunch for eating lunch. Bring your swim stuff because we never know when you're going to get in there to swim, which we try to do every day. And sometimes it's different groups, age groups that go in. We're going to be in the gym. We'll be in the spirit room. We'll be doing activities in the community room as far as maybe art. I think they also want them to bring a morning snack. We will take care of the afternoon snack.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of kids, when it's snack time, say it's 9:30, they're digging in their lunch anyway. So maybe just pack something extra in the lunch so that they can have that for that morning snack.
Sure.
And that's just a general summary of what the day looks. Melinda has it really specific written down as far as the specific activities. We're going to keep them active. They're going to have time to have free time to do what they want to do on their own. But there's so much to do at the Y, so we're going to keep them busy.
No doubt. Very good. So plenty for the kids to do, and they'll be worn out by the end of the day for sure. I mean, even if it's just, they sit and do arts and crafts, I mean, that is, that's stimulating for the kids as well. So very good, Rennie. Now, when it comes to Y-Zone Extreme, do you have to be a member of the Y to be a part of this?
You do not. In all of our Y-Zone programs, you do not have to be a member of the Y to partake in that. And so the cost is the same for a Y member or a non-Y member. And the main reason why we do that is because of the need for the community. And it's just we have a great collaboration that we do with the schools when we're doing Y-Zone before and after school at the schools itself. And then we just carry it over to when we have Y-Zone Extremes at the Y. It gets kids there that need it, and we do the rest.
Easy enough. Very good. So Y-Zone Extreme comes up for the holidays. Does that start the 20th and go through what? When did the kids go back the 4th? I think they do.
I believe so. So the 20th, 21st, 22nd of this week, and then maybe it's the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, or 2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Basically up until kids go back to school. Yeah, for sure. Now, what are Y hours for the holiday, Rennie?
Y hours. So I do have that. Our holiday hours, we are closed on December 23rd and 25th. And then the 24/7 area is open.
All those days. Yeah.
And then we're also closed January 1st.
Okay. But you could still get in and get your Y-Zone stuff started, or your Survivor stuff started. Yeah, with the 24/7 access.
Correct.
Yeah. Now let's talk about that, because perhaps someone is coming to the Y, to start a new health and fitness goal, and they say, well, I can't make it between the 7 and 5 or the 7 and 8 or whatever it is. I work night shift or days or something, and so they just can't get in at that time. But they want that 24/7 access. We haven't touched on this in a while. How about that?
Well, 24/7 access has been huge for a perk for our members, and it's a one-time cost to get the card to allow you in that back south door to get into the wellness center. It's $12. That lasts you as long as you don't lose the card. There's never another charge with it. If you do lose it and need another card, it's just another $12, and that's what it cost us to get those processed. And so it's been wonderful. I mean, we have people that use it all hours of the night. I mean, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night for people that work days or that are working nights. So that is a great option, and I think it's pretty affordable. I mean, $12 lasts you as long as you keep the card.
Yeah, it's been worth it for us. We're in there all the time before or after hours or on Sundays or something like that. So it's worth the one-time cost, and use it whenever you need it, for sure. Very good. Well, a couple of minutes yet still, Rennie. We talked about Y-Zone. That's a youth program coming up. A lot of things happening now. You've got Melinda Akers in your youth and sports programming director position, and she has really hit the ground running just with all sorts of things for everybody. What's going on? What's been going on?
Yeah, youth basketball sign-ups end the end of this month. We had a free clinic that we put on past weekend on Saturday. Had over 50 kids turn out. We had members of the varsity boys basketball team and girls varsity basketball team come and help with that, and they were signing things at the end of it. It was really neat. And Spencer helped run the clinic. I was coaching freshman boys basketball that morning, so it was great to have Melinda and Sass be able to run that clinic for us and just preparing us for youth basketball that will start that basically when we come back in January is when the season starts and runs all the way through February.
Sure. What's been happening with the adult side of things? I know there was like wanting to get a
Yes.
volleyball league going.
Volleyball, and that starts the same time as youth basketball does, and it's going to be Sundays, starting at 1 o'clock. And once we get enough teams or know how many teams we got, right now we've got 5. We're looking for at least one more.
Okay.
And we've got some good feelers out there of someone that's trying to put together a team.
So not too late to maybe be a part of that.
No, and really we put this out too. If you're wanting to play but necessarily can't feel like you can get a team together, just call the Y and have us put your name down because we've got someone that's looking, and so maybe we'll just add you to that team. So we got can add at least 6 teams.
Good way to meet new people and
be fun.
and good camaraderie at the Y. Always good stuff there. So very good. So that's coming up around the corner as well. Rennie, anything else kind of on your radar lately if that's been happening at the Y?
I just invite people to come to the Y if you haven't been there. If you're thinking about getting a membership, it's New Year's resolutions and I'm going to do it this year. Well, we want to help you and come in and take a tour to see what we offer. Get a class schedule. If it's the pool, if it's wellness center, if it's group exercise, it is such a great environment. The members are great because everybody has one goal, and it could be, and everybody wants to help you get to that goal.
Right.
And I just think it's a great part of the community, and I wish everyone was a part of it.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, a lot of places have like a joiner's fee or a, first time, fee for signing up for their, membership. The Y doesn't do that anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we got rid of that a
long time ago.
Probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, and there's still a lot of Ys that have the joiner fee, and it's a great revenue maker. But for us, it just was a decision on we don't want to have that stress of people
worried about that fee.
Yes. I mean, it's basically double the first month's payment for a membership. So we're giving that back to the member to put it in to just come to the Y and enjoying themselves.
Very good, Rennie. Well, what's the best way for folks to keep up with land fitness schedules, things happening in the pool, things happening at the Y in general, youth programs, the sports? Where do folks go for all those things?
Facebook, we've got several different Facebook pages that maybe tailor to what you're looking for. Also our website, we try to keep that updated as much as possible with scheduling and everything that so you can see it, check it out, or the invitation is to come to the Y and see for yourself.
Easy enough. Very good. Well, Rennie, we'll see you at the Y, and we'll see you next week at Hoopla as well. Look forward to seeing the boys over there for some basketball as well. Rennie Cluver, Executive Director of the Clinton YMCA, my guest in studio. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Of course, we